wedding ring test, really.
Ooh.
Okay, using a piece of hair.
A piece of hair.
Hold one of the parents' wedding bands so that it dangles over the baby bump. Okay, if the ring swings like a pendulum, the baby is a boy. If the ring swings in a strong circular motion, it's a girl. Here, move it over my stomach.
Okay, let's see how that goes.
This is a bunch of bunk, is what this is.
Oh, look, wait.
You're moving it. You're pulling a Ouija board, Steph.
I'm not pulling a Ouija board.
Ouija.
Here, I'll stop it.
Ouija.
Oh, it's going circular. It's going circular. You're a girl. You're secretly a girl. Right?
Well balanced, just like his father.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game.
Hey guys, and welcome to GTLive.
It's not live, you guys.
I feel like I'm straight out of like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Also, you would have read that in the title though, so it's not too much of a surprise.
Fooled you! Just a prank, bro. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Crackle pop.
Welcome to GTNotLive, you guys. We are temporarily out hanging out with a new baby, and we are recording episodes from the past to air in the future.
So that way you guys know that we still care about you, miss you, that we're thinking about you.
Oh my gosh, of course we do. We miss you guys so much.
But you know, sometimes
I already know, even though I'm not even there yet, I know my future self enough to know that we miss you guys.
But sometimes you just got to take care of, you know.
You got to take care of life. You got to take care of life. So, in the meantime,
if you can't tell, and for those of you who are watching all of these GTLives, GTNotLives that are being uploaded, you might be able to figure out that we may have filmed a couple on the same day.
What?
A couple when we were in the void.
What?
You can probably piece together a pretty interesting timeline of when we filmed these based on context clues.
Right? It's like a puzzle that you can put together on your own. It's like
this is a clue. Like, there's all sorts
of clues. It's like our ARG, our own personal ARG. It'll be really fun.
It's almost like I am How To Basic. So one of the things that we wanted to do while we were away on our little babby break was to do a couple of like baby-themed games, right? And also baby-themed like learning and challenges. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about some old wives' tales that exist.
There's a lot of weird stuff that you learn about, a lot of old superstitions, a lot of sort of funny habits that people have when you're having a baby. And so people will come up to you and ask weird questions to try and figure out if you're having a boy or a girl. There are all sorts of rumors floating around out there. And until we started, in on this process, we never knew about any of this stuff. But it's pretty funny. And
stuff like
kind of crazy. So we wanted to introduce you to it too.
Like some of the things we've heard, and there are a lot of different ways to supposedly tell if you're having a boy or a girl, right? And so one of the things that my mom was like is, if you're really sick a lot or if you have a lot of nausea, that means you're more likely to have a girl. Or if your chin is hairier, then you have a boy. So today we had Chris pull up some of the most common like old wives' tales for telling the gender of your kid, and then we're going to test them out on Stephanie and see if those are actually true.
Okay.
All right.
So we already know the sex of the baby,
which is
a boy.
Well, if you watched us on Instagram, you would know
which
that.
is a boy.
Great.
It's a boy.
That was
so
anticlimactic when you lead in with it is a boy, and I'm like, what? It's a boy.
We're so well coordinated. On
well done.
Episodes.
Better high fives.
Oh my
Great.
gosh. So we already know, which means that as we're reading through these, we can test them out to say, okay, this one is accurate, this one is not. So we'll be able to suss out the truth from the myth on this episode of GTNotLive. Welcome to the world of weird
baby
baby stuff and weird baby myths. We're gonna jump into them right now.
All right, so let's pull it up on ye old screen here. So Chris accumulated some of these, and I'm curious how these work out. So okay. Number one, the baby's heart rate.
Ooh.
If your baby has a heart rate of 140 beats per minute or higher, it's a girl.
Ooh.
If the rate is lower, it's a boy.
False.
If it's 0, you're not pregnant.
You're not having a baby.
Wait.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh man, I just had a lot of burritos. Shoot,
Oh,
this whole time.
Sorry, that was just gas. Sorry, just had an excessive amount of flatulence.
Oh, I thought you, and I just thought you were carrying high.
Went to El Torito. That's what it is. A lot of beans kicking around in there.
So this one, we can say, is false. At least for us, our baby's heart rate was 154 beats per minute, and it is a boy, which means that it should have been a girl, apparently.
Either that or maybe, who knows?
Maybe he's just really excited. He's really excited.
I have a high heart rate.
He's like-
maybe he inherited my heart rate.
He's like, I'm gonna start my life on the outside soon. I'm just really excited about it.
I have a scarily high heart rate.
Matthew does have kind of an unfortunately high heart rate. I don't know how to explain it.
I like to
It's
think-
very weird.
I like to think that it makes me stronger. Like Stephanie's heart rate is abnormally low. It's like 40.
It's not 40. But mine is on the low side. Yours is on the very high side. So I'm hoping that our offspring has something that's a normal heart rate. I think that's a good one to shoot for.
Number 2, wedding ring test, really.
Ooh.
Okay, using a piece of hair,
A piece of hair.
hold one of the parents' wedding bands so that it dangles over the baby bump. Okay, if the ring swings like a pendulum, the baby is a boy. If the ring swings in a strong circular motion, it's a girl.
How are we gonna do this?
I mean,
Okay.
here, pluck
I
some
don't
hair.
like, don't pluck my hair.
My hair's not long enough to let it swing like a pendulum or a circular.
You wanna pluck my hair? Here, do you wanna cut a piece?
Do we have a scissor? A scissor? Or something?
I suppose we could cut
Here,
a piece
we can use my
with
ring.
a scissor.
Chris, will you grab us a scissor? Skizzers? In the meantime, high or low? How high or low is the baby bump? If you're carrying the baby high, it's a girl. If the baby is lower, going past the waistline, then it's a boy. That's not true. That's a complete lie.
I'm also, so this is very confusing. What if you're a middle carrier? Maybe we're just going
Here.
to have a very gender fluid baby.
Here, explain that, Steph, because this is something I didn't realize until you got pregnant.
Right? I don't think people realize it in general. So everybody gets a big belly when you get pregnant, right? But you can actually have it be like higher up on you or lower down on you, and your
sir.
clothes all fit differently.
Oh, I got a knife.
Whoa.
Great.
They actually you can actually look up fashion tips for whether you have a high bump or a low bump, and they'll tell you different clothes that you can wear to make you look, more normal or better or whatever, given wherever your bump is. It's
is
a
weird.
real thing, and it is so weird. But one of the confusing things for me has actually been that I am a middle bumper.
You
It's
are. You've
just
been surprisingly like mid-tier
right
the
there
entire
in the
time.
middle. And it gets bigger and everything, but it always sits in the middle.
Yeah,
So-
yours hasn't really fluctuated a whole lot.
And it's a middle bump.
And a lot of the online pictures that we've seen have been like super high, like up near
Yeah.
kind of the ribs, and some of them sit really low, like down in the waist.
Yeah, like right
Which
down
again
in your waist.
is stuff that I don't know. I never realized
Who knew?
any of this
Who knew?
stuff.
But some people have a bump that's way up here, so that you're just sort of like
Yeah.
one big bump, like starting from your collarbone, you just like bump it out.
Yeah, but yours is like smack in the middle.
Right.
Like your hips are down here.
And some people's is way down here, like it would be almost like off camera kind of thing. But if your bump is in the middle, it's just like a middle bump. So maybe he can't decide. Maybe he's like, I'm gonna be a guy, but I've still got a lot of thinking to do in my life.
Maybe he's just really well balanced.
Maybe he is.
Very in touch. Like maybe he's like a Zen guru.
Ooh.
Not fully when it comes to like the beats per minute. High heart rate, but that's supposed to be a girl thing. Sitting very much in the middle, taken after his father, who splits introvert, extrovert, and thinking, feeling. Man, 50-50. Taken after me, buddy. Doing good work. Here, I'm gonna slice your hair.
So this is the wedding ring test. Using a piece of hair, hold one of the parents' wedding bands so that it dangles over the baby bump. If the ring swings like a pendulum, the baby's a boy. If the ring swings like a strong circular motion, it's a girl. How much are you cutting?
Here, pull out a hair.
Okay, here.
Well,
You can
I
take-
gotta get at the
you can-
root.
I know. Here, go.
Here,
go.
that's like a lot of hairs. Here, give me
I know. Well, I
give me
figured
a single
how-
hair. Here, just give me one hair. What? Here, hold up.
My poor hair.
It's fine.
I have really strong hair. You're not gonna.
I know. That's another weird thing I learned about pregnancy is that like you get like super strong hairs.
Yeah. So fun fact about having a baby. Also, your hair doesn't shed. So that's fun. Ow.
There you go. Okay. So here's your hair. Ready?
This is just really.
This is just weird. Here's my ring.
So we're gonna tie my hair around your ring.
Yes. When our powers combine, we become a baby testing device. I don't think the hair's gonna be able to hold this.
It's gonna be weird.
This seems like just.
I have very strong hair. Here, hold the ring. Hold the ring. The ring
Lord
of power.
Oh, I was gonna do the same thing.
that's so
Lord of the
nice.
Rings. Aww. Here's one thing: whether it's a boy or a girl, our baby will be a nerd.
Oh.
Maybe not. Maybe he'll be a
Hardcore.
jock. He's kicking you a lot. Maybe he'll have like. Maybe he'll become like the next international football star,
Maybe.
like a Cristiano Ronaldo. What's his name? Called it. See, I said that. I knew that. I know the sports ballers.
My parents had a cat named Ronaldo.
See, maybe that's what we should name him then.
Okay, ready?
Okay, here it is.
Oh,
So you've created our hair pendulum. I will
Okay.
use so using a piece of hair, hold one of the parents' wedding bands so that it dangles over the baby bump.
Okay.
If the ring swings like a pendulum, the baby is a boy.
Okay, ready?
If it swings like a circle, it is a girl. Okay, hold up.
Ready? Go for
Here,
it.
lay down.
I'm just gonna sit here.
No, I don't know if that'll do
will.
it, Steph.
It'll work.
Okay, hold
This
up.
will work.
Here we go. I'm gonna level it out.
Okay, level it out.
What if it doesn't swing at all?
Again, it's just a burrito. We're not actually having a baby.
If the ring swings like a pendulum, if it swings like a strong
Oh,
circle.
look, there, I think it's a circle. Is it a circle or a pendulum?
I mean, it was a circle. Now it's switched
it
to
seems
pendulum.
pendulum.
He's balanced again.
Wait, what does that mean? Pendulum, it's a boy.
Pendulum is boy, but it started as a circle, and now it's. You're blowing. Why are you blowing on
To
it?
get it to move.
No, don't blow. It's natural motion, Steph. Here.
What do we wait for? The Earth's gravity? What's going on here?
Up.
What is it doing?
Circular.
It's not.
It's circular.
Are you moving it? Is this like a Ouija board?
Spirits from the great beyond.
It is just not doing anything.
It's just spinning in circles, but not in like a circular
Kid
motion.
really can't decide what's going on here, can
Baby can decide. If anything, it's been a circular motion, which is girl.
I
Again,
don't know. I think I saw some pendulum action, which is boy.
really, it ultimately boils down to how I'm holding my hand and how I'm moving things.
Here, try shifting the position of your hand to give the string a little bit more slack, so that we can.
Here,
So maybe
there's
it'll
not a
give
whole
it
lot.
some more
There's
room.
not a whole lot more slack to give.
Okay, ready? Go ring.
Nothing. It is not moving. Period. End
What
of
if I
story.
just kind of-
Yeah,
what
you're
if I just
when
kind
you
of flick
flick
the
it, of
hair?
course it's gonna move.
Yeah, but how will it move? All we needed to do is move.
Based on the laws of physics, it will move equal and opposite to the motion that you've pushed it.
I hate to break it to you, but this test is not based on the laws of physics.
Well, guess what though? A object's movement through a liquid like air is fluid. I meant to say. Yeah, I know, but it's like a fluid. You get it. Don't they usually describe air as like a fluid?
Here, maybe
in
if
some
we
capacity.
hold it over your belly, we'll have better luck. I
Here.
think we should try that.
Here, move it over my stomach.
Okay, let's see how that goes.
This is a bunch of bunk, is what this is.
Oh, look, wait.
You're moving it. You're
I'm
pulling
not.
a Ouija board,
I'm
Steph.
not pulling a Ouija board.
Ouija.
Here, I'll stop it.
Ouija.
Okay, ready?
Huaja.
Okay.
You're moving it again. I see you.
I'm not.
I see your finger.
I am not moving it. I'm not intentionally moving it anyway.
Stop moving your.
I'm not. You can hold my hand. You can hold my hand still if you want to. Oh, it's going circular. It's going circular. You're a girl. You're secretly a girl. Right?
Well balanced, just like his father. Wait, where'd my ring go? Joe.
Oh, wait, what happened to it?
No!
It disappeared.
Where'd it, poof, and it vanished! You'll never know! Wait,
Okay,
where'd it
so
go?
I'm calling bunk on this test. First of all, the ring doesn't even seem to move. And when it does, it seems like a very indecisive motion. It does not seem like this ring is able to decide what, oh, there it is. It doesn't seem like this ring is really able to decide much along the lines of the gender of the
Jeez,
baby.
ring. Make up your darn mind.
I know, I'm really kind of disappointed. This is one of the big tests.
That's one of the big ones.
You see them do this on like in books, on TV shows. They did this on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Did they really?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Do you remember that episode, Chris?
legit, clearly.
You know it.
I know that's one of your favorites. All right, what next?
So that one I'm calling bunk. I don't think that's a good test.
Morning sickness. Did you have a rough time with morning sickness? That is a big ol' yes.
Yeah.
If so, your baby might very well be a girl.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this on the live stream at all, and I didn't really. I only talked about it with the people who were immediately around us because they had to know, because I was sick like all the time. But I actually had morning sickness, which is a total misnomer. 24 hours a day for about 7 weeks. So I had it all the time. It was terrible. These were like some of the worst weeks ever. We would try and like go for a walk, like literally down the block, and I would have to stop and come back because I was so sick.
True.
It was really, really bad. And we're having a boy. So
Pregnancy's rough.
again, this one is also false. How you'd think that by pure chance, 50% of these would be right.
Are we sure we're having a boy?
All signs point to girl.
I mean, the OB, the doctor, he pointed at a little speck on the graph, and he's like, "Well, there's his little mat pat," and we're like, are you sure that's his little dangly bits?" And he's like, "Yep." And we're like, "Okay."
We're like,
Great.
sure, we can't tell.
You're
all
the
just
pro.
blobs to us.
Yeah, it's all just a bunch
Sure.
of black and white blobs, but cool.
Cool, man.
If you insist. Clumsiness. Some people are clumsier than others. Do you find yourself clumsy? Are you clumsier than usual, Steph?
Clumsier than usual. My belly has started to bump into things because my radius is wider, but actually my balance is better.
If you remain grounded and are still in control of your body, then that means it's a girl!
Again, we're supposed. Why are all of these the opposite?
We might need a backup plan for the baby room.
No, I'm so glad we went gender neutral because just in case.
We did go gender neutral.
Just in case. I'm starting to get a little worried at this point.
Me too. Maybe we should have some backup names as well.
All of these.
Patricia
are
Patrick.
girls. Oh, it was going to be Patrick, obviously.
Yeah, but now Patricia.
Patricia. Okay, as long as we've got that.
Also, I feel like
Okay.
Schmunden is a very gender neutral name.
Schmunden can clearly go either
Schmunden,
way.
right? Right, Chris? Schmunden.
Oh, great legacy behind that name.
It is. It's one of those like papered names.
Right. At the very least, you could add an A to it.
The
if you really wanted
provenance
to.
of the name is great.
You could add an A if you wanted to at the end. Schmundina.
Ooh.
Right.
Wow.
Sir Schmundin and Madam Schmundina III.
Right.
It's a name that you can really
I
be
think
proud to
it's
pass
good.
on.
I think it's good.
How does your hair look? Some women have the most beautiful hair while they're pregnant. Well, I don't know, Steph. I think your hair is beautiful all the time.
I think I've got some good hair going on. It's been a nice hair journey.
Apparently,
being
there's an
pregnant.
old wives' tale that can predict the gender of the baby according to your hair.
Ooh,
If your hair
let's do it.
becomes thick, full, and glossy, and you look like you stepped out of a Pantene Pro V commercial, you're carrying a boy.
I don't know if I'd give myself that much credit, but it has been a good hair ride.
I would
on-
not say that your
on
hair
this.
is dull, limp, and hasn't gotten thicker.
No, it's definitely it grows really fast and it gets thicker. That's actually one of the reasons. Again, we didn't talk about this
So that's a boy.
explicitly, but that's one of the reasons why I decided to change my hair color during pregnancy is because hey, you've got all this hair, you might as well do something fun with it.
So speaking of all your hair, Steph, what about your body hair?
Body
the thicker
hair.
and more body hair that you grow. Are you pulling a gorilla right now?
Oh, totally.
Have you gone full on
I'm
ape?
all Planet of the Apes right now. No, actually, it's weird. If anything, it seems like the opposite. This is.
Well, we're back to
very-
girl.
No, this is very
Schmundina.
weird. I know, we're back to Schmundin female.
The artist formerly known as Schmundin, female.
No, actually, if anything, like the hair on my arms is lighter, and I have dark hair usually. So if I have like hair, it does show up as a color. It's not like dark like the hair on my head, but I actually have less of it now on my arms and legs than I did before.
Steph,
Yes.
what is the color of your urine? That's barely the next one. The color of your urine, Stephanie. Is your pee brighter yellow than normal?
Hey.
I know I could speak on behalf of this one. Not because Stephanie's like, oh, Matt, come over here and check out, the toilet, but because you would come out and you're like, it's like highlighter.
Oh my gosh. Well, so I'm ready to keep it real. These are real questions. And if you're pregnant, maybe you're wondering about this kind of stuff too.
Maybe.
But seriously,
And if you're not pregnant, maybe you're wondering, maybe I shouldn't get pregnant.
Right?
Maybe you're wondering, should I get pregnant?
Maybe you're having some serious second
thoughts.
here. Which, hey, who could blame you? But actually, a lot of the vitamins that you take while you're pregnant. So this one is, I think, an old wives' tale for a reason. A lot of the vitamins you take while you're pregnant actually change the color of your pee because you have so many vitamins in your system, and it's really more than your body can use most of the time, and so you pee a lot of them out. And so actually, I've been peeing highlighter for like the last 9 months.
Highlighter.
Yeah. Matthew,
So I'm told.
Matthew
I've never
can
seen
bear
it.
Witness. I'm not that kind of person who's like, hey, come on over and check out the toilet right now.
Check out what just came out of me. Whoa.
But on a Saturday, hey, you're out there and you're like, wow. I don't know if you know this, but when you're taking this many vitamins, you can tell that they are being metabolized. And I'm like, hey, they must be doing something because they are going all the way through.
So apparently, if your pee is a brighter yellow than normal, it's a girl.
Hey, again, we're definitely I'm really concerned about this.
We are definitely having a girl.
I think we should call someone.
Might need to double check.
I think our parents bought all blue stuff. No.
Cold feet. Are your feet feeling colder now that you're pregnant? If so, you might be expecting a boy. That's
What
not
do you
true.
think?
Stephanie's
I've
feet have
always
been
had
ice
cold
cubes ever since I've known her.
Yeah, just little popsicles down there.
Stephanie might as well be a smoker with how poor the circulation in her extremities are.
Always has been. It's
like
genetic.
touching her hands is like touching an ice cube. Oh my gosh, they are so cold.
Yeah, they are.
Isn't being pregnant supposed to heat them up? If your feet are as warm as ever, they were never warm in the first place. So I guess
funny.
I guess if your feet are still as cold as
they were before?
Yep, then you
Great.
might be carrying a girl.
Again.
So and again. Lastly, the feel of your skin, or
Yeah,
ooh,
lastly.
sweet or salty. Ooh, partner's weight gain.
Ooh, okay, yeah,
There we go.
let's look at that, because that one's for you. I think the last one should be for you. If your partner's gaining weight alongside you, also known as sympathy weight, that could be a sign that you're carrying a girl. If his weight stays the same, it's a boy. Oh man, what's it been? What's it been like?
I've lost some weight actually.
Well, good for you. That makes one of us. Thanks for pointing that out, friend.
In the attempt to be healthy for this small child, we've been going exercising much more frequently than we ever have.
Actually,
and so,
this one is also a
lost
bit
weight.
of an unfair question to ask because as we've gone through
not
this
much,
process to be supportive, Matthew has gone with me to the gym, he's gone on more walks, and we've both been eating actually healthier than we ever have in the
true.
past. So we've both been eating healthier, and of course, that means one of us gets to lose weight.
so one of us needs
One
to.
of
Well,
us
we both see the
still
benefit.
puts it on.
We both, healthiness is its own reward, Stephanie.
Yeah, sure.
Even if the number on the scale doesn't show that. So apparently, if you're gaining weight, it's a girl. If your weight stays the same, it's a boy. And if I'm losing weight, again, nothing there.
nothing
Just
there.
really bad gas. It's just months worth of gas built up in there. If I squeeze
really
you too,
worried.
if I give you just too tight of a hug, it's just gonna be the world's worst. It'll be like Wario fart rocket status.
Oh my gosh.
I'll like squeeze you and you'll like launch off like.
You can see how far I go.
That'd be pretty
It's
awesome,
like
actually.
testing an episode of Game Theory in real life.
Oh my god!
You should go. We should get on it.
Do it! Okay,
Let's go
we should go and do
squeeze.
it. I'm gonna go squeeze her belly.
So we've decided, in conclusion, I think that none of these actually worked out for us. I'm so sad. I was really hoping that one of them would.
Or we have a girl.
Or, yeah.
And
hey,
we're all gonna be surprised.
at this point, we'll know. So we'll check back in a few weeks, and maybe we were wrong all along, and we're actually gonna be the proud owners of a new gal.
I'm gonna start scratching an A on the end of all the schmundin stuff that we've gotten, so now it'll be schmundina.
Yeah, better get started on that
I
one.
gotta go get started on that. So if you'll excuse us, I need to start doing that. I need to start squeezing Steph so that way we can let out her excessive flatulence. And hopefully you'll join us next time for the next GT Live or Not Live or whatever it is. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, that is just a video. A video that wasn't live.
But it was still for you,
It was.
and that's nice.
That is nice.
See you next time. Bye.